Hey, this is Basketball Talk 77, and today's video is about episode 1 of my playoff predictions. I'm going to be doing a detailed analysis of all 4 first-round Eastern Conference matchups, and if you enjoy this video, then tell me if you'd like me to make this a series. Remember that this is my playoff predictions if the NBA had the playoffs today, so I'm not going to be taking into account the July 31st playoffs, or anything that they might change. This is the bracket we are using. Pause it if you want the details, and let's jump in. Milwaukee Bucks against Orlando. This is a pretty easy series for the Bucks. Who on the Magic is going to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo? Nikola Vucevic? No way. Bucks in 4. The Miami Heat versus the Indiana. The Pacers are a surprise team, as their star Victor Oladipo was injured. This is supposed to be the closest series in the East, as they are the 4th and 5th seed and are only 2 wins apart. However, this is easy for the Miami Heat. They have great players in Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, and suave young talent like shooting guard Kendrick Nunn, shooting guard Duncan Robinson, and shooting guard Tyler Hero. Although inexperience is a threat to the Miami Heat, they'll have veteran Andre Iguodala, who is a shooting guard. Victor Oladipo has only played 10 games this season, so he will be rusty. I don't think they have it in them to be the dynamic duo in Miami. Heat in 5. The Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia. This is the most controversial series because although the Celtics are the higher seed, a lot of people think that the Sixers are much better because they have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But I'm going to give you 3 reasons for why it'll go the other way. Number 1, the Celtics have a boatload of talent. People always use the excuse that there is no one on the Celtics who can stop Joel Embiid because of the Celtics' weak center position and Joel Embiid's dominance. However, they are quick to ignore the fact that the Celtics have talent at literally every other position. They have Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and 6-man and defensive stopper Marcus Smart. 3 Celtics players are averaging over 20 points. Sure, the Sixers have talent, but the Celtics have more. Number 2, the Sixers' court spacing and shooting sucks. In the modern NBA, having good shooters and spacing is extremely important. However, the Sixers have almost no good shooters, so the lane is clogged. As you can see in this picture, the Rockets are able to have 3 players in the paint on top of the player guarding Joel Embiid, mostly because there are no good shooters on the floor. Also, for some reason it looks like there's only 4 Sixers players on the court, and if you know why it looks like that, then comment down below. Joel Embiid doesn't do well in the playoffs. Most people agree that Joel Embiid is the star of the Sixers. He has shown that in the playoffs, he does not do well. I'm going to show you some statistics from last season that prove my point. If the difference is in red, it is bad. Green, it is good, and white if it is not obviously either. As you can see, in both his overall playoff performance and his playoff performance, specifically against the Raptors, Joel Embiid's stats drop. If you delve deeper, you can see that a lot of his so-called playoff improvements were in percentages, which rose simply because he took less shots and not because he made more. Star stats don't always improve in the playoffs, but if they don't, they should at least have some playoff victories to show for it. Being thought of as one of the best pure centers in the league and never making it to the conference finals is a bad look for the Sixers and Joel Embiid. And while it may be true that the Raptors' suffocating defense stopped Joel Embiid, the Celtics will also have that suffocating defense, so it will be no different. So, with all this information, I concluded the result of this series is Boston in 6. The Toronto Raptors versus the... This is a pretty simple matchup. KD and Kyrie probably won't return, and even if KD did, he hasn't played a single game in a year, so he's going to be very rusty. Meanwhile, the Raptors have Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, and many other good players. I think the Nets core gets a game, but other than that, It's Raptors in 5. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then like and subscribe and comment what you want to hear about next or if I should make this a series. That's all I have to say for now, so see you next time. Nets, 76ers, Pacers, Magic.